Hi everybody, this is Jose Heredia with ADJ. We're here again for a Facebook Live here on a Wednesday morning or afternoon. And today we got a Facebook Live that talks about our brand new product, the Saber Spot DTW, which is this product right here. And actually we have another one right behind me on the side, and I just turned it on to kind of highlight this Saber Spot DTW. And the Saber Spot DTW is a brand new light from ADJ that is very unique in two ways and very different than our past Saber Spots. We currently have two Saber Spots available, the Saber Spot RGBW and the Saber Spot WW. The main difference between the Saber Spot DTW and the Saber Spot WW is, for one, the lens. We have here a different lens configuration. Unlike the Saber Spot WW, where we feature an ACL style lens that has a very narrow beam, which is about 5 degrees, this one features a 20-degree beam, and the lens is tiered almost like a Fresnel lens, and that gives you a little bit more wider beam angle. And this is great for several reasons. For one, you could use it for decor professionals, lighting up events to highlight special areas such as centerpiece tables, sweetheart tables if you're at a wedding, or maybe a cake table, or maybe a podium if you have speakers and you don't want to bring a big rig. A couple of these will do well to light up people who, especially because of the warm white temperature. It'll be great to light up people who are going to be speaking, or maybe objects. And here we have a little example of that. We have our little small version of our centerpiece, and we have this DTW that is focused right on it. So for decor professionals, mobile DJs, or even permanent installations, and next week we have nightclub and bar, and this would be a great addition to a nightclub or bar, maybe even a loungy area or a hallway or walkway, something where you want to light up area with warm white. And of course, the other difference is the DTW. That means dim to warm. It's a new technology that allows the LED inside to kind of act like an old school tungsten lamp. The LED we have here is a 15 watt warm white LED that gives about 3900 Kelvin. And as it dims down to zero, it's going to change the color temperature to about 1900 degrees Kelvin. And that's going to give it the impression of a old school lamp. And I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate that using this one right here. So I have this scene set up in my DMX called dim, and it's going to dim the light down very slowly, and you're going to see for yourself with your eyes that once it gets down to 0%, actually about 20%, it's going to change that color to a nice orange. It's actually an amber LED inside that's giving that nice orange color. So we're taking it to a 3900 degree Kelvin color temperature with the natural warm white LED, and as we dim down, it's going to give you a 1900 degree Kelvin color temperature. And it's very useful for more of a traditional look setup if you have a theater application, again with the permanent install like in a restaurant or a nightclub. You can use these in certain areas, and as you dim down, it's going to warm it up a little bit. We're going to turn off these lights and kind of show you what it kind of looks like. And so here is our little example. We can focus here on the a plant, and as it dims down, gives it a nice warm color temperature. Really nice and classy and elegant for those applications that require it. And this DTW technology is very common now for a lot of warm white LEDs, and you'll be seeing it a lot more, and so you'll be taking advantage of brand new technology that's built into ADJ products. Of course, we've always been known for bringing new technology to the market. So why don't we go ahead and take a look at it close up in the back here and in the front. Off the top, we're looking at a very robust aluminum body that is very heavy duty. This is very good for mobile use. It's going to take the abuse of the road, and it's very hard body, so it's not going to damage real easily. In the front here, as we talked before, is our lens, which is a 20-degree lens. And in the back, as with all our Saber spots, the Saber Spot RGBW and the Saber Spot WW, we have the pigtails, which are DMX pigtails. These wires protrude from the body to give you access to the DMX input and output. And in back here as well, you have our PowerCon input and output, so you could daisy chain multiple fixtures together. And we also have our LED display. Above here is our little safety hook, and if you're planning on installing it, we recommend that you use the safety wire and hook to keep it from falling on top of people. You don't want that happening. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it on and give you a tour of the menu, which has a lot of cool features. And as I do that, I want to remind everybody that we will be in Vegas again next week for Nightclub and Bar. So if you're planning to be in Vegas or at the show, please visit our booth. And so in the back here, you have a very bright LED display that is very cool because it has more LED definition to be able to give you a very clear look at your menu rather than very simple LEDs. This is a little bit more complicated and more defined, if I could say that word. So all the words are spelled out. It's a little bit more clear to understand what's going on. And as you hit the mode button, you could go to the different modes. Right off the top, you can go into a DMX mode, which I'm going to do right now. And here you could address your Saber Spot DTW to your DMX address, and also select your DMX mode. It has 3 DMX mode, 1-channel DMX mode, 2-channel DMX mode, and 4-channel DMX mode. And this is how we're running this setup right here. We have my DMX sending signals DMX using my DMX, and it's in a 4-channel DMX mode. Up next we have also master-slave capabilities, so you could set one up to be your master and daisy chain them together if you have multiple set up in a certain area using the DMX cables. And you could set one to be the master and all the other fixtures to be slave, and they will emulate or copy exactly what the master is doing. Another mode here is what's called the look mode, and the look mode contains 30 quote-unquote looks or scenes, if you will. And these modes differ, and what they give you is either a nice fade in and out, or give you other scenes as well. So there's about 13 looks in total stored in the unit. Another mode we have is reset mode that will reset all the settings back to factory settings. And you have your manual mode. And here in manual mode, you're able to control the output of the LED as well as the strobing capabilities. Because this is just a single color, you're controlling the warm white. And here I could actually show you what's going on when it comes to actually controlling the color temperature as we dim to warm. So right now we're set at 255. If I just go up 1 digit and go to 0, then we have no light coming out from the fixture. But as we do end up hitting the up button again and we get to 1 and continue to go up to the DMX chain, you'll see that the color temperature is a nice orange. There you go. I'm going to keep on going up. And this is the beauty of the dim to warm. So you could bring it down to a nice warm tone just by dimming it down. And then as we go up in the dimming, that warm white certainly gets a lot cooler. So that is in manual mode. We're going to proceed over to the other modes. We also have 5 dimming curves available. Dimming curves are characteristic that the light will behave when that light is either on or off. So a standard dimming curve is a pretty straight on and off. There's no delay. And as you proceed to the other dimming curves, such as television, architectural, theater, or even stage, those different modes or dimming modes will give you either a delay when it turns on and a delay when it turns off. So even if you don't have it plugged into a DMX controller, it will still act as if it's a tungsten lamp just by selecting your proper dimming mode, and that will give you a certain delay when it turns off and on and off. So we continue, and the last mode is the No DMX mode, which allows you to tell the fixture how you want the fixture to behave in case there's no DMX signal going into the fixture. There's 3 ways you can have the fixture behave. There's a no light, or hold, or auto. And based on those 3, you can select what mode or behavior you want the light to do if there's no DMX. And then finally, the temperature of the LED. You're able to change the display, and also it gives you a readout of the temperature of the actual LED. That's kind of a cool feature. And so it also has auto lock on or off. So auto lock is a feature that allows you to be locked out of the buttons after a certain period of time. And that's really cool if you're out in the field and you happen to bump into the light and accidentally hit a button. It's not going to do something crazy. It's going to lock you out. And to be able to lock yourself or turn off the lock, you just hit the mode button for several seconds, and then you're back on track to edit anything on the menu. And I also forgot to mention that it has IR capabilities. So in the front of the fixture, we have a little aperture, which is, I believe, right there. I don't know if you guys can see it. But this little aperture has a photosensitive cell, and that detects the IR remote, and you can activate and dim the fixture remotely using the IR remote. And that's pretty much it as far as being able to control the Saber Spot DTW. Go ahead and post your questions on the chat room if you have any regarding this fixture, or if you have any questions regarding Nightclub and Bar. Hopefully you guys can make it, or we could talk about Mobile Beat. If you happen to be at Mobile Beat last week, tell us your experience. And it looks like we already have some questions. Price, yes, of course. How much is this unit costing?
Approximately how many can be linked together.
Oh, good. So how many can be linked together, and price?
Is this DMX control light?
Is this DMX control light? Yes.
And also, how many can you daisy chain with the power, and do they come with the frost filter?
Okay, great questions. So let's start with the price. The map price on this fixture is $139.99. It should be available around mid-April. So look through your emails and on Facebook for details when it does hit the shelves at your local ADJ store. One of the questions is, how many can I daisy chain as far as power-wise, correct? I believe our researchers, our crack team of researchers, are trying to find that information out. But because of its LED capabilities, you could link up several LED fixtures. We just don't know the exact number yet. And the other question is, does it have frost filters? I believe that was the question. Yes, I forgot to bring that up, and that's an important part of the package when you do purchase the Saber Spot DTW, is that it comes with 2 frost filters. So aside of the 20-degree beam angle that comes already by default, it has 2 frost filters, and that's going to open up the beam angle quite considerably. So I'm going to give you an example of one of the frost filters. And as you see here, this is what a 20-degree beam angle. It's still pretty nice beam angle, but when I put the this frost filter, that's going to widen it up a little bit and soften it out on the edges. It does come with a O clamp that allows you to lock in that frost filter in to keep it from falling out should you want to install it upside down or facing down. So yes, it does come with 2 frost filters that are available. Here it is with the frost filter activated or attached, and here's with the frost filter deactivated or not attached. Great question, guys. So the applications for this, you can use it for retail, for hospitality like hotels, restaurants, nightclubs, bars. Mobile DJs can use this to highlight the sweetheart table at a wedding, or maybe the cake table, or centerpieces. Decor professionals can definitely use this and be able to have a nice feel. And maybe even studios that have not a lot of space for their lighting if you're at a small bar and you need a spotlight for your singers. So here we go. The information for the power linking is 33 at 120 volts. So a standard North American connections, you're looking at about 33 fixtures, which is a lot, tons of them. And for 230 watts, 230 volts, you're looking at 71 fixtures. So in other parts of the world, there are two different voltages. For 230, 77. That's quite a bit. Not bad. And of course, what about a matrix effect? We had at NAMM a very cool matrix setup attached to the booths on the ceiling and created really cool effects. Because it is DMX capable, you can send DMX signals and be able to control the light's functions. The max Dmx mode is 4 channels, so it doesn't take up a lot of space in your DMX patch, and you can control dimming and of course strobing and the dimming curves. So great question, guys. Keep them coming. How was your mobile beat experience?
What is the LED brightness on the fixture?
LED brightness on the fixture, we're looking at 726 lux at 3 meters. And the CRI, which is a really great CRI, at full on is a 92. The CRI is color rating, and that gives you very good color rendering if it's a high number.
Any plans for an RGBW version?
Oh, well, I'm glad you asked that, because we do have a RGBW version available. As a matter of fact, I wasn't planning on doing this, but we'll might as well bring it up. Here is the RGBW version of this. However, there is some differences, of course, and right away, the main difference is, of course, the color availability. This is a warm white LED versus this is a quad LED. The quad LED, I believe, is a 15 watt. Oops, sorry. And the lens in the front. The lens in the front for the RGBW is a 5-degree beam lens. It's an ACL style lens. It's a much more concentrated beam. As a matter of fact, I'll switch it over so you guys can take a look and see for yourselves. There we go. I think I have it upside down. Here, let's flip it around like that. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and set this on manual mode. And there you go. That is the beam angle. That is very tight. So the applications for this can change as well. I mean, you could use it for spotlight just like the Saber Spot DTW, but with the tighter beam, it's an excellent light to light up mirror balls. And we got a mirror ball right up here. I'm going to shine it right on there. You're going to be able to see, bam, all these beams of light just popping out of the room. And I've used 2 of these at a 70s disco theme birthday party, and yeah, we're going to go ahead and rotate that ball. And it is so beautiful to be able to use the Saber Spot RGBW on a mirror ball. It's just gorgeous. And because of the color capability, so you're not stuck with white, you could do it red, you could do it blue, and you could do it green, or any combination of those to create other colors. And I was, oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Here we go. That's just gorgeous. We have a video of a Facebook Live we did almost a year ago of the RGBW version, the Saber Spot RGBW with our mirror ball, and you should go check it out and we talk more about it. But because of the beam spread on the Saber Spot WW, it really doesn't quite work as well. The light is not as concentrated. So the applications for this are a little bit more broader as far as being able to light something in general rather than a tight. But your Saber Spot RGBW can be used as a wash if you apply your lens filters as well. And it comes, I believe, with 3 lens filters. 3 or 2? 3 or 2? One of these 2. Great questions, guys. Keep them coming. Mobile Beat, did you guys attend? Did you go to the show? And what did you think of the main stage, the seminar stage? We're happy to say that this year we were sponsors of the main stage, and all the lighting was provided by ADJ, and it was quite a spectacular show, both for the seminars and for the parties at night. And Edgar Gonzalez programmed and designed the light show, will be coming out with a video very shortly explaining how he did it and what products he used, so keep on the lookout for that. Any other questions? No? Well, guys, I am so happy to bring the Saber Spot DTW to you, and we're going to say goodbye. We got one more question? No?
I just want to see the Saber Spot RGBW with the filter.
Oh, Saber Spot RGBW with a filter? Well, we're going to do that real quick, just for you guys. Just because I like you guys. All right, so we're going to put this one over here. Plug this one in. So I'm going to, this is the widest beam. This is a 60-degree beam lens filter, the 60-degree. And that's going to open it up a little bit and give it a nice wash. So once again, this is the RGBW. I'm going to see if I can change the color. Manual mode, yes. Okay, here we go. I can change the red, green, blue, white, strobe, red. So here we go. That's going to be okay. Let's see if we can change the to strobe. Maybe the strobe. Okay, there we go. No. Okay, let's try it again. Let's do green. Oh, really great menu here. Cool, okay, let's do blue. And white. Okay. Strobe. Hit strobe. Nope. All right. Well, at least we got to show you what it looks like on the white. There we go. White. And that's with the wash lens or the filter, and that's without. All right. So let's go back to the Saber Spot DTW and say goodbye from all our people here watching us all over the world. There we go. And we ask you that you go to the website if you want more information on the Saber Spot DTW. It's all listed online, including the specs. And again, just kind of overview. Saber Spot DTW with a 20-degree beam angle, 15-watt warm white LED, and a dim to warm function that allows the light to change color as it dims down from 3900 degrees Kelvin to 1900 degrees Kelvin. It's a really great feature, kind of emulate the look of tungsten lamps. So check it out online at adj.com. Please visit us on our social media sites, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. And from all of us here at ADJ, we want to thank you very much for coming out, and we'll see you next time.